Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how are you doing? Right, it's the start of a new week and I'm promising you what I expect to be a really high standard week, possibly a record-breaking week for star ratings. Reason being, well, first of all, let's get the theme out of the way first. The theme is sharp and the LUT is a great combo, all from regular contributors, so thank you there. The assets are, well, they're superb. They're all from the olden days as well. All 6 days are going back in time and they are all by top creators also. As for the maps, well, Monday to Friday we are going with map makers we have done before. No fewer than 31 star rated maps, and the average total of stars per map that they've created so far is 13.19. So expect an average of at least 13 stars per map this week, Monday to Friday. Saturday's map creator I've not seen yet. The thumbnail looks very interesting, so hopefully they will take us through a record-breaking week. Who knows? Who can tell? Who can tell? I'll tell you what I can tell though. I can tell that you're itching to hit that like button. So here is your daily reminder. That's right, please hit that like button now, get it out of the way, and if you're new to the show, yeah sure, save the like until later, but don't forget you're voting for the show and not for the map. You can vote for the map later on in the show, of course. Right, okay, today's map is Edgecomb River by Cities. Now I'll talk a little bit about Cities in a moment, but what I'm going to tell you is this map is glorious. Of course it's glorious, it's Cities. There's your start square, loads of build plane there, and entrances on both sides of the river. Your resources look like that, not for the vanilla player, but I would probably suggest it's not really a vanilla map anyway, although you can buy track it. There is a requirement for mass transit. The absolute requirements are on the right hand side now, just some trees, the theme, and the bridge and the unlimited tree mod. There's a little bit to read if you like that kind of thing. The one-click collection you don't need to click. You can load the map without, or there's loads of visual settings if you want them there as well. I'm running with all of those obviously. So yes, if you want to go and grab the one-click collection, then it will obviously add a lot to your map, but of course without it the map will still load, it just won't look as glorious as you're going to see today. So we have a look at that one-click collection, as we've now had a look at all the thank yous at the bottom as well, which Cities has given us. Let's have a little look there at the one-click. And once again, I'm scrolling down fairly fast. Feel free to pause and have a look. It's a Stray Cats theme, Nature Reserve theme is what I'm trying to Stray Cats Territory Nature Reserve theme. That's what I'm trying to say. We've got these surface water-friendly rocks from Zardas, who's a big fan and friend of the show. Thank you, Zardas, for some amazing work there as well. And then you've got all the relights and the daylight classics and snow caps from Ronix and all sorts of stuff, and the decal prop fix also. Loads going on. Right, let's go and have a look at ground level, shall we? Now, Cities, what have I tell you? I'm going to tell you Cities. In August, they had the #1 map in the Viewers' Choice charts. That's the one that you vote for, and your star ratings are taken towards the end of the month. And I put together a show. So yeah, they had the star rated map for August, and for September, look at this intersection. September's show is out on Wednesday, and I'm promising you they have got one very high in the charts for September as well. But you'll have to tune in on Wednesday. We've got a clipping lamppost here, by the way. Yeah, it's a rare thing from Cities, a rare thing indeed. So yes, you'll have to tune in on Wednesday evening to have a look to see who won the your top rated map. And when I say your, I mean you the viewer. It leads down to a little roundabout down here, potential start location there. Not a huge amount of build plane down there, but it's just a nice little area, and it's not the start square, so that's okay. and we'll follow the highway along. So yeah, please join me on Wednesday. A little bit of glitching between the roads, but that's fine. It's fine. Can't do anything about it. Let it go. Other than that, perfect highways, absolutely beautiful. Come on, let's admit it. This is a map of pure beauty. That said, it's not the most beautiful of landscapes. That's probably words I'm looking for. But in terms of realism and the playability and throw all those in together, you can't really ask for a lot more than Cities has given us in this particular map. Down here we have a little road over road bridge there. Dumbles, of course, potential start location there, little build area. Very nice. Now we do have traffic coming down this national road. Let's see where it's coming from. No street lamps clipping through there. This is just a side track. In fact, I'm going to scooty over here fairly quickly because I just want to show you. It comes up to a dam. Nicely placed dam there. If you can get the power from there down to your city, then you've got free supply of electricity. Of course, you're going to need to unlock the tiles first to be able to get up there. And that's not a vanilla thing to do. It's just it's if you like that sort of thing, which I personally do, of course. Okay, next intersection is all swirly, and there's a lot of Gussing Navy's work going on this particular map. It's beautiful stuff. And look at this, got traffic going in the tunnel there, coming out of the tunnel here, merging into and above for the double layer Bay Bridge there, Bisquickelhausen's Bridge. I'm sure that is. I haven't checked, but I keep saying it is, and I'm sure it is. I'm as sure as I can be. The ramp going into the tunnel is a little bit elevated. I'd like that to be a little bit flatter going in. And coming out, it actually comes down a hill, very slight hill, which I would be surprised by, as we are having to come up to get to that elevation. But hey, there you are. It's minor grumble. That's a minor. Oh, come on. If that's the worst I can pick out on this map and the clipping lamppost, it's got to be a good map. Okay, down here we have the next intersection. You can see there's a lot of traffic coming onto this intersection and going off of it. This is the one that actually leads down to the start square, or one of the two start square entrances here. There's an awful lot of traffic. This does calm down a little bit later, but there's still a lot of traffic going around it. We'll come back and have a look at the start square later, of course. So I want to see where this traffic's coming from. Coming down towards the sea, the coast, and that cruises along the coast over a little suspension bridge there and off to the end of the map. Oh well, we're going out that way in a minute anyway, so we'll go the other way. So anyway, yeah, roundabout, start square, off there, lots of build plane off to the right, obviously to be able to crack on with. And back down to the highways. Now, what we're going to do with the highways is this castle, we're going to scoot past the castle, ignore it completely. The highway cuts on either side of it, and then it does separate again in a few minutes, the highway. We'll get to that in a moment, because that's going to head off. Look at that, and the more swirls, beautiful swirls. Cutting through the forest here, underneath the rail, potential start location there. At the other end of the start square build plane. Yeah, probably about 3 tiles away, mind you, but you can get in from both angles. Now, highways, like the way they crisscross over here, this actually kind of feels about right as well, sort of. And then we've got two-tiered, owl style, but using the what's the word I'm looking for? The concrete wall. Yeah, the retaining wall. That's kind of what I'm looking for. It's actually a key, I think, along there, but it doesn't make any difference. It's beautiful, beautifully worked. And then the highway split left and right. Let's go to the right first of all, as we're going to go with the traffic. It pops out over here, right by this little lake, a pretty little lake in the mountains, and then through another tunnel here, pops out here, and then it swirls around a bit. As it tries to make its way back down the mountain and emerges right at the bottom there. Very smoothly done. See the way it loops around there. Very cool. And then that merges back down with the first highway, and that's the national road that goes off where we just came from, down the old coastways there. Shall we have a look where the other highway comes, because we know that goes off to the fog if we carry it down. We've already seen that. We follow up this way towards the, yeah, got a tunnel here, and that actually emerges over here, Icania style. And yes, it's a magic tunnel, and that's the highways more or less. We haven't seen all of them, but there was a hell of a lot of them to see. Rail. Right, the rail is going to be good. Isn't it going to be good? I like this. I like this loop. Tying in both lines in together. Beautifully done. Very much like that. This is also overlooked. Look at this. Catenaries. How many times you see them actually clipping into each other with lesser map makers? Well, that is just absolutely perfect. I love it. And absolutely doff my hat to Sidai for doing that. And it isn't the only time. Absolutely every rail junction looks just like that one. Very sharp and snappily done, I've got to say. By train. We'll loop around here. Just beautiful, slightly embanked there, and then across the river here with a perfect bridge. Skirting around the outside of the main build plane, which is fine. Gives you the opportunity to bring it in wherever you want. Like here would be perfect, I think. Just loop that off, cut that off. And again, look, the catenaries right by each other, not cutting into each other. Very smart and smooth. No hills, no slopes. Everything's just tapered in beautifully and smoothly. I'm loving the work, loving the detailing on this one. Shame for the one or two tiny little issues we've seen, like the clipping lamppost and there's tunnels. But hey. Right, okay, assets. I did promise you some old-fashioned, olden day ones. We're going to start off with a good one. Of course we're going to start with a good one. Why wouldn't we? As we head off to Assetville and Asset Corner to have a look at Hotel de ma Ville Rico by FindBuild. Now, this is obviously a Marvel hotel where Spider-Man keeps a little attic apartment there. Now, it's really nice, isn't it? It's I love the awnings on the front, the chimney breasts on the side like that, a little closed area at the back, and we've got a little enclosed section in the middle as well, so that you can have an exterior view through natural daylight, some description, no matter where you are. A bit dark at the bottom, but even so. And of course the what I'm guessing would be the dining hall or the main entrance hall right at the bottom there. It's very, very smart. Okay, Hotel de ma Ville Rico by FindBuild, and that is the first of 6 assets this week from the olden days. Even the quirky asset of the week on Saturday from the olden days. Yeah, looking forward to that one. As we head off to Themington Island for this week's theme and LUT combo, we've got the Polko Vida map theme by Not Done Yet with the Relight Natural LUT. The only thing I'm going to say with this, and I haven't made a written note, I'll try and do it for tomorrow. The Polko Vida map theme doesn't come up as that title in the content manager. It's got a different name in the content manager, which is a little bit frustrating, but hey ho. Right, factoids because factoids. In 1800, Claude St. James published How to Win at Poker. A group of businessmen decided to invest in his system and raised £500,000 for him to play with. He lost it all. And the builders of the Leaning Tower of Pisa used only 3 metres, 10 feet of foundations. Well, I put money, like Claude St. James, on that tower starting to lean at some point in the future. I can see scaffolding. I can see it now. Okay, there we go. That's Polka Vida map theme. Back to Edgecomb River and the shipping routes. Fairly simple, if I'm honest with you, and no problem with that. We've got one that comes along this side of the map, natural curves in, so the ships will carry some sort of natural curve up the river, under the Bay Bridge, and that certainly looks high enough to me. And it dead ends there, so anywhere in the lower part there you can have your docks, and if you feed back out, it bears off to the right, and of course the shipping can go straight across the bottom as well. Water flow. Now we've got a few rivers, and they are actual rivers. There is water flow on all of these. If we come down here, you can just see little arrows there. It's all trickling downstream. If we go upstream and see if it changes, come down here. No, that's still going downstream. Let's go up this one. And this is all definitely flowing. Yeah, let's try this way. This is all going upstream. Yep, that's all working fine. If we follow it downstream and see if it starts flooding in through the river delta at the bottom, because sometimes we get that, in fact quite regularly we get that. Still going downstream, yes. As long as those arrows keep pointing away from us, we will be happy. And those arrows are still pointing away from us. This is all very nice, and even now it's flowing out of the river system. That is exceptional work by Sidai. I once again bow to you, my friend. Right, the map as a whole, we've got some river systems, we've got this little glacier. I like it. I'm saying this is a glacier. To me it looks like a glacier, and it's quite long, it's thin, it's ingrowth, and guess what, at the end it's melting. I love this. This is absolutely beautiful. First time I have seen that in one of these maps, and it's amazing. Great work. I've seen obviously glacier-like lakes, but not one quite like that. Snow-capped peaks here and there, using decals. Then we've got, of course, we've got the dam, and then the river, which we've already seen is already flowing, but it's just nice to come down and have a look at the riverbanks, make sure it looks okay. Got some islands. Shall we have a look at one of them at random? How about this one? No, that one. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, it's detailing here. Yeah, can't moan about this. This is almost photoreal, isn't it? Look at that. That is great choice of plants, the way that the sand and then the mossy grass, it just looks so real, and more excellent work from Sidai. What can I say? Down here, just having a look at a patch of land here, just drying out a little bit, and you can see where it's been flooding in this way, the muddy banks and such. Just beautiful, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. Right, let's pull across this way. The start square and the build plane. Okay, now this is where your start square comes in. Of course, we've got one on the other side of the river as well. If you look here, you've got all this space to build into. Now this forest, like all of the other forests, is absolutely glorious. A really nice mix of trees, and of course most of this is going to get demolished as you replace it with skyscrapers. Of course you are, of course you are, but it's just nice to have it there. It's just, well, it's excellent work. Thank you very much just for filling that space. We haven't had a look at the castle yet. Oh, it's a castle. Yes, let's come down this road to, I'm not sure about the this suspension bridge to get across to the castle. Might be a bit overkill, but I bow to your judgment on this one. Yeah, I don't have a big problem with it. Castle gate entrance with some nice little decorations, some guns there from the Park Life DLC. Thanks for whoever told me about that. That was very good information as well. And the dirt track goes all the way around the inside perimeter. Now I've got a little problem with these towers. See the way that they cross across the exterior wall. Now, for me, you wouldn't build a tower around like that. The wall would meet the tower. You wouldn't just have them plop down. For me, that's a minor detailing issue, but even so, it still looks wonderful. As for the castle, I like the design, I like the location, and if we come up and have a look at the keep at the top, we come up here, and this is just raised, and I know it's just pushed together, but that's an interesting shape. I like that, and the trees around it are masking it, making it look well lived and overgrown as well. Very nice indeed. I have no issues at all, apart from the towers being minor issue. Here's a volcano. Now this is based on an area in New Zealand where there's actually a dormant volcano. Has been dormant for 2,000 years. This one doesn't look quite so dormant. This one looks like it's prepared to pop sometime in the future. But I was expecting this to be sort of like a water source forming into a river. That's the usual thing out of the top of these volcanoes, isn't it? But no, I am pleased to see that it's just steaming, ready to explode. Anyway, your chance to vote on this map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? You tell me. I'm just looking around for a spot for a thumbnail. Yeah, you tell me. What do you think? Is it? It's got to be worth more than 1 star, isn't it? What do you reckon? 4 stars? 5 stars? Well, I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to break it down by category. Are you sitting comfortably? Will we get 13 stars out of this? We will see. Aesthetically, yes. Like I say, I'm not completely blown away by the location aesthetics, but honestly, If every map looked like this, I'd be a very happy man, and I'm giving it 5 stars. Detailing. Across the whole, it's a 5-star map. Just going to have to knock off a little bit for the clipping lamppost and those towers, and of course the ramps for the tunnels. But hey, still 4 7/8 for detail. Gameplay potential. Yeah, the potential for a little bit of traffic flow issues and that one entrance, but I think you'd be fine, honestly. There's plenty of other ways of getting around that, so I'm giving it 5 stars for gameplay. 14 stars in total, well above the average. We are doing well this week. Edgecomb River by Sidai, and yes, it has to get the BonBonB seal of approval. Wowzers. Well, thanks for liking, commenting and subscribing, and for watching as well. I've got new exit graphics there for my Patreon BonBon followers, my BonBon buddies. Thank you very much, my BonBon buddies. You guys, you're the best. There's also a map to vote on screen now if you want to go back in time to over a year ago and vote on that one as well if you like. I can't promise it'll be as good as today's, but I can't promise it won't be bad either. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, or even tonight maybe, for a map making. We'll have to wait and see.